The device uses two search and prospecting systems, which are 1. Manual long-range locator, 2. Automatic long-range locator. Both systems utilize A. High-gain antenna with wide frequency range, B. Roaming and receiving antennas with binary stimulation. Device working principle. The high-gain antenna transmits waves to target's location in order to stimulate them, so the capturing and receiving signals system spots the target location utilizing the roaming binary antennas and displays the target on display with multiple audio and digital indicators on the results interface. Ajax long-range locator system features. This system is specialized in search and locating gold, treasures, and other precious metals. Exceptional search interface displaying the results, searching location coordinates and the target path precisely, leading the device track to the target with high details. Search Systems Overview. Manual Long-Range Locator System. The term manual is describing the user ability to adjust the search parameters manually to fit the needed requirements of the search, where the target type can be set from the list in addition to the other parameters, as the frontal search distance and the depth. 2. Automatic Long-Range Locator System. The device has automatic detection system for the located targets and shows the target type on display automatically, and calculating the target distance from the device with high precision. The user can also determine the depth after acquiring the target location automatically. The device provides the user with a comprehensive report regarding the search process with the ability to save the report for review. Device Balancing. The device is equipped with Hand Smart Balance. An indicator on the interface shows the user the right level and balance to hold the device during the search process. Tips before initiating the search. 1. Selecting a search location for the system that is away from active establishments and free of high voltage lines, electromagnetic equipment, or big machinery. 2. The user should remove any jewelry, metal accessories, watches, etc. before starting the search and keep it out of the search area. 3. It is recommended to start the search process from the north towards the south, where the user back is to the north while facing south towards the target direction, which is the best method to get error-free and accurate results. How to use the search systems. Using the manual long-range locator. After selecting the system, the interface shows the search parameters, which are 1. Target. There are multiple targets to choose from: gold, silver, copper, bronze, iron, tin, lead, aluminum, meteorite, diamond, and emerald. The target can be selected using the left and right arrow keys on the keypad. 2. Search distance. Starts from 100 meters up to 2,250 meters. It can be set using the left and right arrow keys. 3. Depth. Starts from 1 meter up to 50 meters, which can be increased or decreased using the left and right arrow keys. 4. Start search. Displays an overview of the search parameters. Press OK to proceed to the search interface. A. An illustration shows the proper way to hold the device upright, which is parallel to the ground while keeping the roaming antennas on the middle. B. Waveform window shows the signal frequency output operating and transmitting correctly. C. The compass shows the device current direction. D. Balance indicator shows the holding position of the device during the search process, so the user could keep it at the green range. E. Target information box shows the selected search parameters. F. Save icon is to store the current location coordinates for review. After facing the search direction, press OK key or the grep key. The search antenna tracking indicator will be shown in the middle of the interface, where it interacts with the movement of the antennas. The antennas are affected by the target leading to the correct target path. Working and locating targets using the system. The device needs to be balanced and held correctly. The tracking indicator will be shown in the middle of the interface. Hold the device until a signal is received, indicated by the antennas moving from the balanced position towards another direction. The user turns with the antennas pointing towards the new path direction. Reset the tracking indicator by pressing the grip key. Initializing the indicator back to the middle. If the antennas stay on the same path, then the target path is correct. If the antennas turn towards another direction, the user should repeat the steps mentioned earlier again. After that, the user can walk to track the target path and locate it. To do that, press the grip key once to display the target indicator, which is a rhombus, in top center of the interface. The device makes interactive sounds towards the target direction. Walk toward it. If the antennas turn away from the correct path, left or right, the display shows arrows guiding the user to adjust the direction on a straight course. Once the target point is passed, the antennas will turn all the way left or right, then the user should stop, and this is the first halt. Then rotate with the antennas movement to track the new path. The antennas will stabilize on the same first path line, but in the opposite direction. Keep walking down this direction until the antennas turn again. Here, the user should halt again, and this is the second halt. The target point is the midpoint between the first and second halt. Using the auto long-range locator, face the targeted search area and wait for the device to receive a signal indicated by the antennas moving towards target's directions. Then turn with the antennas. In the meanwhile, wait for the interactive meter to finish the evaluation and detection process. The interface shows the found target or targets in the search area. To list the detected targets, move by pressing right or left keys to see the target types. Select one of the detected targets to locate its position and measure its distance. When the target is selected from the list of detected targets, the interface proceeds to the next phase in the system, which is the distance measuring. Notice that the device making a sound notification when it is pointing towards the selected target direction. This point and direction are the start point and direction for target measuring distance. Target distance measuring. When the device is aimed towards the target and it is making a notification sound, the direction must be sustained. Here, the start point should be selected, either left or right of the current point. Press the OK key and the arrow shows a prompt for moving 25 meters left or right depending on the selection. After walking the 25 meters distance, hold the device and wait for the antennas reading. The reading is indicated by the antennas turning towards the target direction and intersecting with the first path. If the reading towards the target is noticed, press the grip key to get the target distance. The result will show on the top of the interface. If the result didn't show, then the arrow will blink, indicating that the user should move another 25 meters. Then press OK key to see the arrows forming a triangle with target distance from the search point. Proceed to the next phase, which is the target tracking phase. Target tracking process. When the target distance appears, press OK key to proceed to the tracking interface. Sustain the balanced device position. The interface shows the signal tracking indicator in the middle. Follow the antenna's direction, and if a new path is taken, then reset the path tracker by pressing the grip key to reset the indicator to the initial state. If the antennas stay on that path, that means that it is the correct path to the target. But if the antennas change direction, the user should repeat the previous steps. After that, the user can walk to track the target path and locate it. To do that, press the grip key once to display the target indicator, which is a rhombus in top center of the interface. The device makes interactive sounds towards the target direction. Walk toward it. If the antennas turn away from the correct path, left or right, the display shows arrows guiding the user to adjust the direction on a straight course. Once the target point is passed, the antennas will turn all the way left or right. Then the user should stop, and this is the first halt. Then rotate with the antennas movement to track the new path. The antennas will stabilize on the same first path line but in the opposite direction. Keep walking down this direction until the antennas turn again. Here, the user should halt again, and this is the second halt. The target point is the midpoint between the first and second halt. Once the target tracking phase is finished, press OK to proceed to the depth measuring interface. Depth measuring process. The user has to move away 5 to 10 meters while the depth measuring interface is ready. Press the grip key and wait for the antenna's reading indicated by pointing towards the target location again. When the reading is complete, the depth result will show on the interface, then the system proceeds to the last stage, which is the report. Report offers a summary of the search process including the target type, distance, the followed path, and depth. The user can save this report in the device storage for later review or discard the report by exiting the interface and confirming the process. Search Systems Overview. This device utilizes 3 different scanning and searching systems, which are GradioSmart, 3D Ground Scanner, LiveScan. These systems use the following sensors. GradioSmart is a multifunctional sensor, can be used with GradioSmart Search System and the LiveScan system. Imaging Scanner is also a multifunctional sensor that can be used with either LiveScan system or the 3D Ground Scanner. Data analysis and visual representation differ depending on the search system. Ground Balancing. Ground balancing the GradioSmart sensor. After choosing GradioSmart or LiveScan system, connect the designated sensor into the device main unit. The ground balance interface will show. Point the device towards the ground vertically and press the grip key in the main unit constantly while moving over the search location. Keep this process for 10 seconds. A chime will be heard indicating the completion of the ground balance process. Then the device will proceed to the selected search interface. The ground balance value can be adjusted during the search process by moving the cursor over to balance and increase or decrease it according to the ground and scan conditions. How to use the search systems. After setting up this system and balancing the ground as mentioned earlier, the user holds the device by the grip perpendicular to the ground with a clearance distance of 10 to 30 centimeters and start walking and swinging the device right and left in moderate speed, while observing the display for any changes in the metal and void indicators and watching the waveform graph in addition to the delta value, which expresses the signal intensity. In the case of target's absence, the indicators will remain relatively stable. If a target is detected, a change will be noticed in these indicators. Target validity and presence are determined by the high values of the indicators above a certain point. Depth. Once the target signal is received and located, move the cursor over the depth icon and press OK to access the depth meter interface. Press the grip key and point the device over the target point as shown in the figure. Move forward in a straight line until the device is finished analyzing the depth depending on the faint changes of the magnetic field. The target depth will be displayed in the estimated depth window and the arrow will move to the corresponding value. Save. The search results can be saved with the date and time in addition to the location coordinates as displayed on the interface. Second system, Live Scan System. The ground balance prompt window will show when this system is selected. Do the ground balance operation. Once the ground balance process is done, the device will proceed to the system interface automatically. Multiple configurations can be set to get highly accurate results. Setting up the system for search. As mentioned earlier, this system works with both sensors, either the GradioSmart sensor or imaging scanner. Each sensor has its own setting interface, which will show once the sensor is connected to the device. A. Scan speed. This feature provides accurate control for the scan speed to fit the search requirements and the user mobility speed. B. Live scan using the GradioSmart sensor. The interface shows two options when the GradioSmart sensor is connected: gain and balance. While connecting, the imaging scanner only shows balance without the gain setting. Gain indicator. If the GradioSmart sensor is connected, the user can adjust the system gain intensity according to the conditions and features of the scan area. If the ground has a higher magnetic flux, it's recommended to lower the gain level to get accurate results. If the system is stable at a high gain level after completing the balance, then the system can be used with higher gain levels. E. Output windows and start pause icon. The window shows the live imaging results, where it clarifies the target's bounce once it is passed over, exhibiting the target distance and the spread area of the target over the scan area. Press the grip key and the start pause icon will toggle, then the live scan will start. Third system, 3D ground scanner. When the system is selected, an interface will show two scan scopes to choose from: device and tablet. The device option displays the results on the device screen directly, while the tablet option interfaces with Ajax Analyzer to provide more comprehensive scan and 3D views. Balance indicator. This indicator takes its value automatically after doing the initial ground balance upon accessing the system. Manual adjustment can be done by moving the cursor and increase or decrease the balance value with the up and down keys to get an accurate balance with the scan area ground. An automatic value can be obtained for the ground balance indicator by pressing the OK key. Ground balancing the image scanner sensor. After selecting the scanning system and setting up the parameters, the device will prompt connecting the imaging scanner sensor with the main unit. Then the ground balance interface will show. Align the imaging sensor so it is parallel to the ground surface and press the grip key on the main unit constantly while moving over the scan area for 10 seconds. A chime will be heard indicating the completion of the ground balance process. First, scanning with the device. There are multiple steps that should be made prior to initiating the 3D ground scanner. A. Scan mode. The options interface shows two scan modes, automatic and manual. The difference is that the automatic mode takes the readings without the need to press the grip key, where the manual mode requires the user to press the grip key to obtain a step reading. B. Scan path. It can be set in one direction, where the user scans the columns from the bottom to top. The alternating path scans the first columns from bottom to top, then the next from top to bottom, and so forth while maintaining the same orientation. C. Scan step. Sets the intersecting lines to form a grid covering the scanning area. The intersecting lines form individual cells and the size is 30 by 60 centimeters. The forward step during the scan process should not exceed 30 centimeters, and the sideways step between columns should be 60 centimeters. which would give a cell size of 30 by 60 centimeters. Here is an example. Set the device at 10 rows and 5 columns. To get the scanning area in square meters, do the following calculation. 30 by 10 rows equals 300 centimeters, 3 meters in length. 60 by 5 columns equals 300 centimeters, 3 meters in width. So the overall covered area according to the given parameters is 9 square meters. D. Start point. Sets the starting corner of the scan, which gives the user the comfort of use with both hands, or the scan location might not allow starting from one of the directions. For example, select starting from the right. Once all the parameters are set, the system proceeds to the ground balance interface, which explained earlier. After completing the balance process, the system shows the scan interface with an empty grid. How to work and scan with the system. Once all the system parameters are set, get ready at the starting point and press the grip key to start the scan process. Press the grip key once and start walking in equal steps, and press the grip key after every step if the manual mode was selected to capture readings at every cell. But if the automatic mode was selected, then match the steps to the audio signals from the device. Note that when working with this system, the user must follow the scan path that was selected, either one direction or alternating, and moving to new columns when the current is finished, which is indicated by a chime informing that the column is filled. Continue with the same procedure until the scanning grid is filled completely. Note: the user should follow and comply with the selected parameters and settings to get accurate and ideal results. Second, scanning with tablet. Connect the imaging scanner. Select Tablet Scan from the 3D ground scanner. Set the scan parameters as needed. Do a ground balance over the scan area as mentioned earlier. Once the ground balance process is over, wait for the data to be processed and turn on the Bluetooth if it is off. A window prompting the connection to the tablet shows next. On the tablet, go to Settings. Go to Connections. Turn on Bluetooth. If it is the first time connecting the device to the tablet, a pairing process is needed. Search for nearby devices and wait for the device to be listed in the available devices list. Tap on Ajax to pair it. Enter 1, 2, 3, 4 as a bin code. Once the pairing process is done successfully, launch the Ajax Analyzer app. Tap the Connect button at the upper left corner and wait for the connection to be established. A window prompting the start of the scan shows. Start the scan process with the selected parameters. When the scan process is finished, enter a name for the scan at the upper right box and tap Save. Specific scan values can be filtered out of the display by the buttons on the right. Default shows the full scan date. Remove Metal shows the scan data and filters out the metal values. Remove Caves shows the scan data and filters out the cavity values. Filtering. The visualization can be smoothed using the filtering feature to show a gradient view of the scan. To show a specific cell value, use the arrows to locate it. The cell values are shown on the right. Direct input for the cell position can also be made at the bottom of the right. Enter the row and column, then tap Go to locate the cell directly. The 3D plot shows a three-dimensional surface representing the scan data values. Different views can be selected from the right, as filtering out metals or caves values. Swipe over the surface for a custom viewing angle. Details show the scan information, including the scan parameters selected by the device, scan date, scan direction, overview of the values, and the scan location. The scan location is not stored by default. To store the location of the scan, enable the location services from the settings in the tablet and tap on Show Refresh Current Location. Saved Scans shows a list of the scans stored for review and analysis. The tablet scan is identical to the device scan but features an easier interface with a clearer representation and enables the user to scan a larger area of ground. First run. Press and hold the power key. After booting, the device shows the main menu, which contains the systems and settings icons. Spectrum Analyzer System, Smart Pulse System, System Overview, Smart Pulse System. The system is developed upon the pulse induction, which relies on emitting electromagnetic regulated pulses and receives the reflected signals from the metal targets underground to analyze whether it is ferrous or non-ferrous. The system also can locate cavities and underground voids like tunnels and tombs. It is recommended to start using this system to locate the target position. Spectrum Analyzer System. This system detects gold and metals by analyzing a spectrum of readings taken in intervals, then processed and visualized in 3D plotted surface, indicating the depth and signal intensity at the search area. Smart Pulse System Search Interface Overview. This interface contains three main indicators. The first one is the signal level indicator, shows the received signal intensity. The second indicator shows the signal quality. The third indicator shows the possibility of voids and ground cavities. The target window shows a waveform indicating metal target with red and void with blue, and an icon showing the connected search coil. The system control icons are located on the left side of the interface. The scale icon for the ground balance process. Sensitivity bar to adjust the sense to the required level. Noise bar to select the signal noise level. Sample rate icon to set the device operation frequency. Iron filter icon to ignore iron-based metals and targets from other signals. Sound tune selection icon. Take the following into consideration. The noise level is set according to the search area and soil type. If the search area is sandy, then the noise level can be increased to give a better performance. If the search area is rocky, the noise level might need decreasing to calibrate the device with the surroundings. When the noise level or sample rate are changed, the ground balance process should be done again. Decrease the noise level to the first, second, or third level to increase battery lifetime. How to work and detect using the systems. Smart Pulse System. Ground balance. Press the grip key to activate the system control interface and the device will start working and making sound signals. Lay the search coil flat on the ground and select the scale icon to do the ground balance process, then press OK to reset signal, quality, and void bars to the initial values. Wait until the device is not making any sounds. Lift the search coil about 30 centimeters, and if the device does not make any sound, then the ground balance process is concluded. In case the signal is making a low sound, The ground balance can be fine-tuned by pressing the right and left arrows to clear the sound. If the device keeps making sound signals, then the ground balance process is not concluded yet. The ground balance process should be repeated until the device signal is stable and there is no more sound. Sensitivity bar. Press right arrow to increase the sensitivity as long as the device signal is stable and there's no sound. Noise bar. Press right arrow to increase the noise level to control the signal quality. The level can be increased as long as the signal is stable and there's no sound. Sample rate. Changes the device operating frequency. Iron filter. Activated by pressing OK or right and left arrows to make the device ignore ferrous targets. Tune icon. The device offers 5 different tunes. Use the arrow to change between them. Now, lift the search coil 3 to 4 centimeters from the ground. Move the device over the search area in sweeping motion left and right with moderate speed, while maintaining the search coil parallel to the ground surface for high performance and accurate results. During the search process, track the 3 search bars and watch the signal levels, quality, and void to enclose target. The signal bar starts to increase when the device detects a target nearby or getting closer. The quality bar level starts to increase and the device will process the target type according to that. Press OK to store the results showing on the interface, and when the result storing is finished, a check mark will show. The results could be reviewed later in the storage inside the settings. To end the search process, press back key or turn off the system and press back key, then press power key. Spectrum Analyzer System. When the system is selected, the control interface shows the 1 meter square target area. Right side of the interface. Scale icon for the ground balance process. Sensitivity bar to adjust the sense to the required level. Noise bar to select the signal noise level. Sample rate icon to set the readings taken in set duration. Left side of the interface. Metal signal and voids level bars. The connected search coil. Take the following into consideration. The noise level is adjusted according to the search area and soil nature. If the search area is sandy, the noise level could be increased for better performance. If the search area is rocky, it might be needed to decrease the noise level to adjust the device with the surroundings. The ground balance process should be repeated after changing the sensitivity or noise level. To increase the device working hours, decrease the noise level. If there is more than one device working in the same area, each device should be set to a different sample rate. If a search was conducted in a smart pulse system earlier, the sensitivity, noise, and sample rate values remain the same in Spectrum Analyzer System. The search area is optimized for 1 by 1 meters area. How to use and detect Spectrum Analyzer System. Ground balance. Press the grip key to activate the control interface so the device would start working and emitting sound signals. Put the search coil on the ground and select balance icon, then press OK to reinitialize the signal levels. Wait until the sound signal could not be heard from the device. Lift the device 30 centimeters, and if the device does not make any sound, then the ground balance is completed. If a low signal sound is heard, the ground balance could be fine-tuned by pressing the left and right arrows over the scale icon to eliminate the sound. If the device kept making high signal sounds, then the ground balance process has failed and should be repeated again. Move to the sensitivity and press the right arrow key to increase the sensitivity level. Keep increasing until a faint sound signal is emitted and stop. Move to the noise level icon and press the right arrow key to increase the noise level and control the signal quality. Keep increasing as long as the device is stable and not making any sound signals. Move to the sample rate, where the device operating frequency could be changed. Lift the surge coil 3 to 5 centimeters from the ground, while maintaining the surge coil parallel to the ground during the surge operation for maximum performance and accurate results. Press the grip key and notice 4 arrows showing on the edges of the surge square. The one in red indicates the start position of the surge coil. The starting point could be changed using the arrow keys. Press the OK key to start the surge operation and move the surge coil from the middle of the selected edge with the green bar towards the middle of the opposite edge. When the bar is finished, a check mark will show at the starting edge. Repeat the process for the remaining edges. The device starts processing the collected readings into a 3D plotted surface, representing the signal intensity, and display it in the middle of the interface with the target type and estimated depth displayed on the left side in centimeters. Press OK to save the search results, and once the saving process is finished, a check mark will show in the middle of the search interface. To conduct a new search, go to the right arrow and press the OK key to start over again. To exit the search system, go to the red arrow on the left of the save icon and press OK. The saved result could be reviewed by going to the device settings, then the storage, and selecting the saved result from there. Ionic Search System. How to use the device. Select Search icon from main menu. Make sure the high gain antenna module is connected to the device. The search interface will show the target crosshair in the middle, the sensitivity bar to the right, the gain bar to the left, and at the bottom center, the signal bar. The signal bar should be balanced before proceeding into the search process. Ground balance. 1. Lift the device in a horizontal position to the ground. Do not move during the balancing process. 2. Make sure the sensitivity bar on the right and the gain bar on the left are set to the lowest value. 3. Press left key on the keypad to move the cursor over to gain, indicated by 2 little green arrows. 4. Increase the gain value and notice the changes on the bottom bar. Keep increasing the gain bar value until the bar is set back to the middle and the tone stops. 5. Now move the cursor over to sensitivity. It is recommended to increase the bar value to the middle. The sensitivity level could be increased or decreased according to the regional conditions. Then point the device towards target direction to hear the signal effect on the device. If the signal is weak and slow, increase the sensitivity until the signal is clear. The tone speed will increase as the target gets closer. Starting the search. Hold the device horizontally and move it right and left until a signal indicating a probable target is received. Then track that signal by moving towards target and watching the device display. Note that the closer to the target the device is, the more rings will light up on the screen and the sound will increase as well. The bottom indicator shows the received signal intensity. The rings will light gradually as the distance to the target decreases. When the highest level signal occurs, the indicator in the middle will light up. Locating target point and checking target. To locate the target exact point, move the device up and down while performing the tracking process. That will identify the signal direction, which provides the right tracking path to the target point. For more accurate target point locating, stand over the probable target point and aim the device towards the target. Then move forward until passing the target point, which will be indicated by a drop in the signal intensity on the device display. Repeat this process from 4 different directions to identify the probable target borders and enclose it more accurately. Depth measuring. After locating target position by received signals intensities, it is recommended to mark the target precise location. Then comes these following steps. 1. Select depth icon on the search display. 2. A screen will prompt pressing the grip key. 3. Point the device vertically towards the ground and press the grip key once, then start walking straight forward until the tone from the device indicates the end of depth measuring process. 4. The device processes the static electricity intensities of target ions, and based on that, the results will show the estimated depth value. 5. The depth meter interface shows an illustration for the ground levels up to 20 meters. After the measuring process is finished, a line will show the determined depth and the value will be shown in the designated box. Save. Selecting Save icon on the search interface and pressing OK will take the results on display and store them in the device memory for future use. The result contains the gain and sensitivity levels at the signal intensity, along with the date and time, and a geotag would be attached to the result if the location module is activated. To view saved results, the user can go to Setting, then Storage, and select the system. A list of the previously saved results will show. The user then has the option to either view the result or delete it. Geophysical System Principle. This device works on the electrical geophysical scan and measuring technology, measuring the electrical resistance levels in the soil via the ground scan probes to determine the underground and artesian water locations. When using geophysical system, it is recommended to dampen the ground scan probe's location with water before starting the scan process. Geophysical System Assembly. Install the geophysical module into the multifunction connector in the front of the device. Connect one end of the short wires to the designated connectors in the front of the geophysical system connection unit. Connect the plug to the crocodile clip. Attach the clip to the ground scan probe. How to use the search systems. After selecting the system, the interface shows the search parameters, which are: target type. The target can be selected using the left and right arrow keys on the keypad. Connectivity. The user should wait that the connection between the main unit and the ground scan probes is done successfully. Start scan. The previously selected parameters will be shown to the user prior to the scan process, which are scanning method, target type, and the connection status with the ground scanning probes.